I am officially in Arizona. We just got here last night. Our flight was delayed by like 1 or 2 hours, but we made it here, and this is the first leg of the trip before we go to Seattle, but I wanted to document my time here in Arizona. So I guess I can just first start out by showing you around the hotel room, which has already been well used, so don't judge, but let me show you what it looks like. So we have this like little suite. We have our own kitchen and living room, breakfast eating area, which is super fun and a lot bigger than our rooms in New York City. I told my boyfriend to read Educated, so he brought this book with him. And then I can show you the books that I brought with me. So on the plane the other day or yesterday, I started reading The X Talk by Lynn Solomon, and I'm listening to the audiobook along with it, so I'm really enjoying that. And then I also brought Doctors by Eric Siegel. I don't know if I'm going to start this book because it's really chunky, and I damaged it on the plane the other day, and I'm literally devastated. But I also brought this as well just because I thought it would give me something to read if I happen to finish The X Talk. But those are reading plans, and I wanted to read this book because, if you don't know, it's set in Seattle, and I'm going to be there in a couple days. So after you go, we have this, we have this giant TV too. We have the bedroom, which is like, honestly, it's kind of sad that our hotel rooms are bigger than our apartments, but that's fine. And then of course the little bathroom area. And it's funny because I said this to my friend. It was like his side of the bathroom, her side of the bathroom. Literally insane. And then just like, you don't care about that. So, hello. And yeah, this is the hotel room. So I'm honestly not sure what we're going to be doing for the rest of the day. We had this idea of going to the Grand Canyon, but it's 3 hours drive because we're in Phoenix right now, and we didn't want to drive 3 hours there and drive 3 hours back in the same day and just kind of see the Grand Canyon and then leave. So we might plan another trip where we actually like get to see the Grand Canyon and be able to like actually hike around and visit it. But we're going to go get lunch with his parents, and other than that, I have no idea what we're doing. But I just thought it would be fun to document the trip and go along my Arizona, Seattle journey with you guys. So let's get adventuring. Wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys. I didn't check in with you yesterday, so I'll give you like a quick rundown of what I did here in Arizona. So Frank Lloyd Wright is one of the most famous architects ever, and he actually has a home here, like his winter home is in Arizona. So we went to go visit that, and it was absolutely beautiful. We went on a walking tour, which was really cool. So we got to learn like all about the history of Frank Lloyd Wright and his architecture. He's really into like breaking out of the box. So a lot of his work is like not straight lines and like really interesting details. And the house had this beautiful view of the desert, and it was really cool to learn more about him and his work. And then after we went to that museum or his house, we went hiking. So I have like a quick video of me like right before I went on the hike, and I'm not gonna lie, like it was honestly one of the most strenuous things that I've ever done in my life. Like, not even kidding, I didn't even think I was gonna make it out of that hike. It was over 100 degrees, and you're hiking in the desert, so there's no shade because there's not really a lot of trees, and I've never been so uncomfortable in my entire life, and I managed to get out of there alive, but I didn't think that was gonna happen. And then of course, like, we were eating the most amazing food and getting like ice cream, and it's just been very lovely. It's so nice. I actually, aside from hiking in the desert, which I do not recommend doing in the summer. I actually like the weather here better because of the dry heat over the humidity in New York, which is absolutely disgusting. And I haven't really had time to read on this trip. Obviously, I've been like on the go, like all day. I've been literally exhausted. The only thing I've been reading is my audiobook, which is Chatter by Kross, which I'm actually really enjoying, and I really like the audiobook, so I listen to that every morning when I'm getting ready, and I'm about 75% of the way through. The X-Talk I've read like once since the plane, but I haven't had a lot of time to read, but hoping to finish it by the time this trip is over. I'll have a little bit more time when I'm in Seattle, but yeah, so that's just what I've been doing in Arizona so far. Today I'm actually going to brunch with one of my boyfriend's friends we haven't met yet, and his girlfriend. And then I don't know what we're doing for the rest of the day. We're gonna go see his parents' house that they're building, and then we are going to maybe do like an activity like mini golfing or something, but I'm not quite sure. I'll have a video of it in the next clip of whatever we're doing, but I'll make sure to check back in with you guys soon. So I actually found some time to read, and I'm gonna be reading in the cutest little like cabana area, and I can hear the sounds of the pool behind me. This is what the cabana looks like. Super nice and relaxing to read a fun summer romance book. I landed in Seattle last night, and I am on my way, or I just arrived to pick up my boyfriend. He's staying at his friend's house. We're gonna go get some breakfast, and then I'm going to bring my dog to the dog park. I'm going to show him around my hometown, and then we're getting dinner with my close friend tonight and her husband, which is really exciting for her to meet him for the first time. So that is the plan for the first day in Seattle. It feels really good to be home, and I'm excited to just continue exploring and get used to driving again, because this is the first time I've driven in a long time, and I will show you all the adventures that we go on starting now. Today's plan is to go to Mount Rainier National Park. We're gonna do a hike, and the hike that I picked to do is hopefully gonna have beautiful views of Mount Rainier, which is like the big mountain in Washington State, and then hopefully like wildflowers, and it's supposed to be really pretty and not super intense. So it's a little bit less than 2 hours of a drive, and the hike is only gonna be a couple of hours, and I'm pretty excited for it. It's supposed to be a lot cooler today than it was in Arizona when I went on the hike. So I feel a lot better about this hike than the Arizona one, but I'm really excited about that. And then I have some reading updates too, but I'll just get into that a little bit later. But let's just get started with the hike. Okay, quick update from yesterday. We were not actually able to see Mount Rainier because it was like super misty and foggy when we went hiking. And half the mountain that had the fog was the half where you could see Mount Rainier, and then the other half was clear. So of course we didn't get to see the mountain, but we had a really nice hike. It was really pretty. Really weird to see snow in July. Like, it was like hot. I was wearing a tank top, but there was like some snow on the ground. Super crazy. And then yeah, that took me out for the rest of the day. I was so tired. We just ended up getting dinner, 7-Eleven, Slurpees, Warheads, the typical day. And then, oh yeah, reading update. I finished my audiobook Chatter, which I ended up really liking. So I was just like looking up random audiobooks because I really have not been in the mood for like psychology books. I tried reading Burnout which I mentioned before in a video, but I'm just like not in the mood to read another psychology book, and that's more geared towards like working moms, which is not really where I'm at in my life. So I decided to place on hold Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid because I have like other books by her. And this, so obviously I couldn't get it because I mean it just came out and like everyone wants to read it right now. But this book popped up, which is, it's called The Boys Club, and I started reading it yesterday. I'm about 15% of the way through, and I'm loving it so much, which is so random. I've never heard of it before. It just popped up in my library, and I was like, screw it, I'm in the mood for fiction. Let me just like see what this book is, and I'm loving it. So I'm reading that, about halfway through The X Talk. Haven't really had time to read it since being on the plane, and then now I'm picking up my boyfriend. We're doing a family day, so we're gonna meet my parents over in Kirkland by the water, get some lunch out there, kind of just have like a chill day, just a lot of eating and enjoying the water. Then tomorrow, this is the plan for tomorrow as of right now. I want to do a Seattle day, like a city day. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of taking my boyfriend to Pike Place Market because I don't think he's ever been there before. Pike Place Market, the Chihuly Glass Museum, which is really beautiful, and that's also right by the Space Needle, and then going to the Starbucks Roastery. Very Seattle-y. That's the plan as of right now. I'm gonna be with my boyfriend and then his friend, and then my friend is gonna come too. So that'll be really fun to show you guys all that stuff, but that's kind of the plan for tomorrow, and I'll just update you next time I have time. It's been a very crazy, very busy, but a really, really fun trip. So yeah, I guess the next time you see me will either be in Kirkland or it'll be in Seattle. So my boyfriend flew out last night, and I'm staying a couple extra days for the weekend. He's actually going to Nashville, and I just decided to stay in Seattle for the weekend. So I just got to my friend's house. I'm going to be hanging out with her today, and then tomorrow I'll probably just do a chill family day. I thought about just ending the vlog here because the trip is almost over. I'll be flying out on Monday, and then I will be back in New York City. But thank you so much for going on all of these adventures with me. This has actually been a really, really fun trip. I loved being in both Arizona and now being at home and just bringing you along the way. So thank you again for getting all the way until the end of this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.